all of a sudden, everyone and their mother are using a Trophy Collector. I mean, just take a look at this match. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Trophy Collectors. More than half the lobby is using this one item that just got a rework in the latest balance update. But Trophy Collector used to be an item that almost nobody actually picked up unless they wanted to hear a nice jingle or they were playing a specific build or character. So why the sudden meteoric rise in popularity? That's what I want to discuss in this video. Why is Trophy Collector so good now, and who should you be using it on? So what actually happened to Trophy Collector? Well, the biggest change is that it went from a tier 3 item to a tier 2 item, meaning that it got a 50% reduction in cost. And this is an absolute game changer because it allows you to buy the item much sooner into a match, and it doesn't interrupt the flow of your gameplay nearly as much. Instead of taking the place of a major tier 3 power spike like any of these gun items or spirit items, it is now just a low tier 2 item that you can buy and then move on your merry way. Now this did come with a steep reduction in power. You'll notice that Trophy Collector no longer grants you any bonus health at all, and also they reduce the ability range and souls per minute on this item. But players are still able to get a ridiculous amount of souls out of Trophy Collector right now. In this Abrams match that I played with Trophy Collector, I got 8,200 souls, which is kind of a best case scenario for this item, but even in shorter games you can still get upwards of 6,000 souls from Trophy Collector if you play it right. This item literally just prints money and gives you a free tier 4 item over the course of a game. That's absurd. This item is so gosh darn overpowered right now that Yoshi immediately had to drop a patch with just one balance change, a nerf to Trophy Collector. It now has minus 15% weapon damage versus NPCs. However, this match was recorded after that nerf, and as you can see, it has not affected the popularity of this item in the slightest. It's still crazy popular. And it really does just boil down to that cost reduction, because now Trophy Collector is so freaking accessible. Previously, you would buy sprint boots, and then you would have to save a whopping 2,400 souls to get your Trophy Collector, and only then could you start actually going around, getting kills, and trying to build up stacks of the Trophy Collector. But now you just need to save up an additional 800 souls. Trophy Collector is the same price as Enduring Speed, and many characters would already buy Enduring Speed just as a nice upgrade for their character. Trophy Collector, being the same price and providing you with a literal tier 4 item later on down the line, means that it's kind of a no-brainer to slot this into your build. In this Calico build, for example, I literally did just replace Enduring Speed with Trophy Collector, and it has worked wonders. It feels incredible. And not only does this item pay itself off faster because it's only half the price, but you get to build up those stacks even earlier into a match, and the quicker you get max stacks, the more money you're able to make. The rest of the stats on this item are honestly kind of redundant. The souls per minute are just insane. So who actually wants to be buying this item? Because there are some characters where Trophy Collector actually still doesn't make sense. The best candidates for this item are by far heroes who like to fight a lot in the early to mid game, like Calico, who is an assassin who goes around stat checking people for the first 20 minutes of the game. She gets so much value out of this item, and it's literally just a money printer for her. And other good candidates include, again, anyone who likes to fight a lot. Apollo, Abrams, Billy. You can get it on Lash, Mina, just about anybody that you want, except for the characters who like to jungle a lot. Even before the nerf, Trophy Collector wasn't something that you would want to buy on a hero like Seven or Victor, because they spend the first 20 minutes of the match in the jungle. They hardly ever fight, and so they won't really be able to build up the stacks until later in the game. And that's not when you want to be building up the stacks, because the item's just not going to pay itself off. And after the nerf, it's even more devastating on Victor, Seven, Wraith, characters like that, because of the minus 15% weapon damage to NPCs. Now, this actually doesn't hurt as much as you would think, because a lot of characters end up farming camps with spirit abilities anyways. With Seven, he's got his lightning ball. With Victor, you've got the aura of suffering. Wraith does a lot of gun damage, but she also has spirit damage too from Tesla bullets and things like that, so it's not a terrible penalty, but it will still slow you down, and that's just not good. Now, actually building up the stacks is easier said than done because you have to be good at fighting people in the early game, and you have to know how to play around your power spikes. Usually you want to get Trophy Collector in your build right around when you get a big power spike that allows you to go in and just start whacking people, stealing their lunch money, killing them, sending them back to spawn. And as soon as you get Trophy Collector and one of those good power spikes, like Torment Pulse in the case of Calico, then you just run around trying to participate in as many fights as you can. It really is that simple. Go around looking for picks, trying to push objectives, just being wherever the fight is. If a teammate is starting a fight, go over there and join them. Even if you don't actually do any damage and you just get an assist by being in the vicinity of a kill, you still get a Trophy Collector stack, which might be something that they nerf in the future, honestly, but until then, that's something you definitely want to abuse. Sure, you might be splitting the souls away from your team in the short term, but early kills don't give as many souls anyways, and in the long term, the Trophy Collector stacks are just going to be insane. They're going to give you so much money. So literally, just get Trophy Collector, get your power spike, fight, fight, fight in the early game, and you're gonna make so much money. But I would not be surprised to see this item get nerfed soon because, well, an item that is this ubiquitous is not going to survive very long without being touched again by Yoshi. So they're definitely going to be fine-tuning this over the next couple of days, but until then, get as much value out of this item as you can. Play Calico, play Lash, play Drifter, and farm up as many Trophy Collector stacks as you can and reap the sweet rewards. But what do you think about the Trophy Collector rework? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Do you think this was a good idea, or was Trophy Collector in a healthier state as a tier 3 item? Personally, I think both versions have their pros and cons. The old Trophy Collector actually did have quite good stats, but it was always a gamble whether or not you would get the max stacks or not, and it came at the opportunity cost of other tier 3 items. This new tier 2 is a lot more accessible. You can actually build a playstyle around it, but it might be a little bit too accessible, and if they keep it as a tier 2, they are probably going to have to gut the souls per minute or something along those lines to get it into a healthy state. So it's a tricky balancing situation. Items that grant souls are always hard to balance, and so we'll see how they end up settling out Trophy Collector very, very soon. But with all that being said, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload from me. And lastly, don't forget to check out the Discord server and the Twitch channel as well. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.